I'm Prajnaketu and welcome to this rough and ready series on the Essentials of Sangha Online. Do check out my other videos in this series. It's on a playlist called the Essentials of Sangha Online for basically the most important tips for translating your Sangha events into the online world. Now, one Sangha event or one Sangha activity which is perhaps surprising to hear is possible online is Puja, so Buddhist ritual. And when it's done well, it can be surprisingly powerful and moving for people. However, there are three classic pitfalls to be avoided. And in this video, I'm going to talk through what those pitfalls are and how you can overcome them to make your pujas really effective for you and for the people involved. So I'll do them in reverse order. So classic pitfall number 3 is that the leader is underprepared. You know, they rock up to the puja at the appointed time and expect to be able to lead it in a similar way to how they do it offline. That's not going to work. You know, one of the key things I keep coming back to is preparation in advance. So making sure all your tech is ready and ready to go in advance. So things like your lighting, your sound, your video equipment as well. But specific to pujas, you need to also prepare the other people who are involved. And I'm thinking particularly readers. So what you need to be doing is finding your reading, sending it electronically to your reader in enough time for them to be able to print it off, have a look, etc., and bring it to the puja itself. It's a lot more of an involved process than just handing someone a book on the way into the shrine room. So you need to do this in advance, particularly for readers. You also need a bell. Get hold of a bell if you can. It's way more effective than using Insight Timer, though that could be a backup if necessary. So this leads into the second classic pitfall, which is that the space is not devotional. And when I say the space, I mean the physical space around you and the space around the other people involved in the puja, wherever they might be. Actually, our physical environment has a big effect on us, so this really makes a difference and it needs to be addressed. So for example, I'm sitting in front of the shrine in my spare room. I've got candle lit, I've got incense burning. It's generally pretty, aesthetically pleasing. And I'd encourage your participants to do the same. So even if they have to sit at their work desk in order to participate in the puja, ensure that they're not just sitting at their work desk. Get them to clear away their work stuff and particularly get them to build some kind of shrine or some kind of focus for their devotion. Must admit, in a spot of difficulty I had at one point, I even used a Kindle with a Dharma book on its off screen as my focus for a puja. And it only needs to be something like that. Obviously, the more elaborate a shrine you have, perhaps the more effective it will be. But you need to be ensuring that people are in more of a devotional space physically in order to be able to participate in the puja. And be aware of lighting as well. So whilst candlelight can be very atmospheric in person, if you're leading, you need to be visible. And if all you've got burning if all you've got going is a single candle and it's dark, it's not going to be atmospheric. It's going to be spooky. Okay, so that's the second point: preparing your space so it's devotional. And finally, classic pitfall number 1, in a way the biggest blunder of all, is attempting unison. So that's not going to work, because with unison, normally what happens is that one person listens out to what other people are doing and tries to be in time with them. However, when things are done online, there's a delay. So that voice that you're hearing is actually half a second behind what that person's doing, and they're trying to time in with what you're doing, and so it creates a huge lag. I mean, it becomes farcical very, very quickly. So there are a number of ways around this. Basically, what you need to do is ensure that the sound is coming from only one microphone at a time. So if it's a mantra, you just have the person leading the mantra's microphone on and everyone else follows them. If it's in call and response, you have the leader and maybe one other person who responds to the leader, and then everyone else chimes in with them. Even better is if you have a community of people, so a number of people in one location who can do that response, and then other participants feel that they're engaging in something more collective. So those are the 3 classic pitfalls to be avoided when doing online puja. So to avoid last minute rushes, prepare your tech in advance and your readings for your readers. The second one is creating a devotional space, setting up your shrine in ways to make it devotional and encouraging others to do something similar. And thirdly, avoiding unison at all costs and getting only one person on a mic to respond at any given point. Okay, thanks for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel and post any comments or questions below and I will get back to you. Okay, lots of love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.